ready.
Okay. So when you are dealing the business transactions, so when we say transaction, we mean the exchange. The exchange. For example, you have gone to the market to buy goods. You go to the market to buy goods. So those goods which you buy, how do you call them in accounting?
Sorry?
The goods which you buy from the market, you bring to the market, to the business. How do you call them?
Credit, debit. Sitaki kuguess kitu yenye haiko.
Okay, we call them purchases.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So when you buy, you bring the goods to the business, you are supposed to make a record. So those records where you record where you record all the transactions before you take the ledger, we call them books of original entry. Are we together? Call them books of original entry. So that's the first step. The other name for books of original entry is the journal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after, for example, 1 week, you make sure that you get the total purchases, which you have recorded in the journal. Then that now total purchases, you take them to the ledger. Only the total. So the ledger is the second step. Yeah. So you do all the transactions for the whole year or for the whole month. You record them in the ledger, then you pass off. So you passing off of the ledger. That's the next step. So when you say passing off, what do we mean? That's where you had a problem. Passing off of the ledger. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Can you try to answer that? Passing off.
I tried to what?
What is the meaning of the term passing off? Passing off of the ledger.
Unless I explain with my own words.
Yeah, you can use your own words.
Balance, I guess tuseme kama ni both sides, you get the same amount. The same what now? Yani vitu zinafanana.
The same figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting equal figures on both debit and credit. So you want to make the two sides equal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to make the two sides equal. That's what we mean when you say balancing off. So for you to make sure that the two sides are equal, you have to get the totals of the two sides. So you get the total of the debit side, then you get the total of the credit side.
Yeah.
After getting the totals, then you subtract the smaller side from the bigger side.
The smaller side from bigger side, eh?
Yes. Then now that balance which you get, that's the difference which you get. Now that's the balancing figure. The difference between the bigger and the smaller side. That's the balancing figure. Then you insert that balancing figure in the lesser side. You insert the balance, the balancing figure in the smaller side. we together?
Mm.
Yeah. So after inserting, now you can get the total of the two sides must be equal now. After inserting the balancing figure in the smaller side. That's what we mean when we say balancing of the ledger. So the balancing figure, how do we call it in accounting?
Balancing figure.
Yeah. The crossing figure.
Do you bundle nini? Bring it down ama hiyo ni different?
Okay, we have the balance carried down and the balance brought down. Now, which one is the balancing figure?
At which is the balancing figure?
Yes.
Kwa nimepotea.
You can look at your notes where you wrote the account balances. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the account balances, we have two of them. We have the closing balance and the opening balance. So the balancing figure, we call it balance carried down.
The crossing figure near the one come again.
Balance carried down. Nice. Balance C/B. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how the balancing figure at the end of the month, the last day of the month. Or it can be the last day of the transactions. For example, if you made the transactions from the first day, let's say to the mid-month, then on 15, that's how the last day of the transactions. So the closing balance, we call it balance carried down. Then the following day, it will be changed. The following day, it will change to be the balance brought down. For example, if you balanced off today, then the balance carried down tomorrow will change to be balance brought down. That is now the opening figure. For the next period. Yeah. So when you, for example, if you wrote the closing balance on the debit side, the next day it will be written on the credit side. So the opening balance will be written on the opposite side. Did you write that? Okay.
Yeah.
Now to have another question on the balancing of.
No, it's all about the trial.
On the ledger past. Okay. So we have done two of them. We have said about the journal and the ledger. Now let us move to the next step. Now the balancing figure, which you got in the ledger, we have said it is going to change to be the opening figure the next day. So those opening figures, they are going to be used to prepare the trial balance. Are we together?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the opening figure which you wrote in the ledger, they're the ones which you are going to use in the trial balance. Now, what's a trial balance?
A list of all debit balances and debit and credit balances on account in the main ledger.
Yes. So it is just a list of debit and credit balances extracted from the ledger at a given period of time. So the balances which you got from the ledger, we transfer them to the trial balance. If the balance brought down was on the debit side, it must appear on the debit side of the trial balance. Are we together there? So the balance brought down is the one which is going to give you the side where you are going to record the trial balance. Okay, a trial balance has only 3 columns. We have the details, we have debit and credit. Do you read that? Yes. Okay. So on the details, we just write the name of the transaction. Debit, that's the amount which is on the debit side. And the credit, you write the amount which I found in the credit side of the ledger. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the title of the trial balance, what do you indicate?
Sorry?
Title. What do you indicate in the title of the trial balance?
They understand the price.
Title. The heading. Joey?
I think I'm talking about the Tena Enterprise, the heading of the trial balance.
Yes, that's an example.
Yeah, an example.
Yeah. So there's a title there.
Yeah.
Joy? Joy, are you with us? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yes. So can you assist us?
Office, is it office? I'm in the class for office and notes.
Okay.
Office
That one is
management.
you can wait for the next hour.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, Pam, let us continue.
Yes.
So on the title, you're supposed to indicate the name of the business. Indicate the name of the business.
Yeah.
Followed by the name of the statement. And then the date.
Yeah.
You start with the name of the business, then name of the statement, and then you write the date. So for the trial balance, for example, there's an example which I gave you. Who was the owner of the business?
Yeah. Tena Enterprise.
Tena.
I'm a unit.
Yeah. Now that is now the name of the business, Tena Enterprises. Then name of the statement, that's the trial balance.
Yeah.
Then we have date, as at, which date?
April 2019, it's 10.
Yeah. So that's the date. So for the trial balance, Date is written in the heading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them should be in capital letters.
Okay, it is not compulsory to be in capital letters, but when you write in capital letters, it looks smarter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the heading.
Yes.
Yeah. So heading has 3 items: name of the business, name of the statement, and the date. And then we have the 3 columns. I say the first column is the details, then followed by amount columns, which we have debit and credit. Okay. So because of that, I wanted you to know where you're supposed to record some transactions that are common in businesses. So for example, we have purchases. So it's better just write it down because the rule of double entry. The rules of double entry, they are being followed in the trial balance. So purchases, always, they are debited. So purchases you debit. If there's any increase, you debit. If there is decrease, you credit. So purchases you debit.
Umesema purchases ni debit, then yeah, credit ni.
If there is increase, you debit. A decrease, you credit. Okay. Then we have sales. Sales, always, you credit. Are you there? Sales. Are we together? Yes. So I've said sales, you credit, increase, you credit, decrease, you debit. We have assets. Assets, we debit, increase, we debit, and decrease, we credit. We have liabilities. Liabilities. We always credit liabilities. Any increase, we credit. A decrease, we debit. Yeah. Yes. Are we together? Capital. Capital, we credit. Increase, we credit. Decrease, we debit. Then we have revenues. Any revenue, we credit. Increase, we credit. Decrease, we debit. Revenues, these are the incomes. Any amount which the business is receiving from other businesses. Then we have expenses. Expenses, we debit. Any increase, we debit. A decrease, we credit. So those items, we have various types of the items. Okay, are you back?
Yeah. Yes. I was trying to ask a question.
Yes.
On the side of liabilities, umesema ni credit ama ni debit?
You credit liabilities.
Na kwa increase?
Increase, you credit. Decrease, you debit. Meaning, if an item is debited, any increase, you debit. If it is credited, increase, you credit. Meaning, the amount is rising up.
Okay. Capital ni credit.
Yeah, capital credit. Increase credit, decrease, you debit.
Increase. Decrease.
Okay.
Na hiyo ingine ya asset, decrease ni credit.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
That's now all about the trial balance. So in the trial balance, I said the debit and the credit side must be equal if all the transactions were made in the correct way. But now we are going to look at the errors in the trial balance. That's another topic which you are going to look at it. A trial balance can balance, but there are some errors which can be found there. That's another topic which you are going to learn later. Yeah, so from the trial balance, all those items which are the trial balance, some of them are going to be taken to the trading account. Others are going to be taken to the profit and loss account. And the remaining, they're taken to the balance sheet. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. So now, what is now a trading account? A trading account. So after trial balance, you're supposed to take some of the items or the amounts to the trading account. So a trading account is a financial statement which is prepared by the trader in order to determine the gross profit made.
Is the financial statement?
Financial statement which is prepared by the trader in order to determine the gross profit made. So it is prepared in order to determine the gross profit. Now,
in order to determine
gross profit. Yeah.
Inaishia hapo kwa gross profit.
Yes. If you determine the gross profit, now that's the end of the trading account. Then, in order for you to continue until you get the net profit, you have to come out with the profit and loss account. So that gross profit and loss account is a financial statement which is prepared by the trader in order to determine the net profit made. So you can see we have two types of profits there. We have gross profit from the trading account, and we have the net profit from profit and loss account.
So zote ziko under trading?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So because our time is so off, let us continue from there next time so that we can discuss more about the trading, profit and loss account, and also the balance sheet.
Okay.
Okay. So welcome. Next time, inform your friends. Like Apondi, she's not active.
Okay, I don't know actually what's the problem because wakati nilikuwa nimemuuliza aliniambia she tried to log in, sijui inamsumbua. So nilikuwa namwambia change password. So venye huwa anaangalia hizo videos ziko kwa dashboard. Because hata hii Zoom yenye tunakuanga naye ya TPHRM, muona akuwaingiangi.
Okay.
It's like maybe anakuanga offline for long.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anaingianga anachukua notes. Notes anachukua
notes huwa anaandika.
But sasa Zoom nataka akuje ndio aulize mahali hajaelewa.
So I'll talk to her.
Okay. Welcome.
Okay.
So tomorrow we have a
Thank
class.
You so much. Yeah.
And now you are supposed to write the notes and also listen to the videos.
Yeah.
Then you write questions for Zoom next lesson on Thursday. So when you go through the notes, through the videos, where you get difficulties, just note there so that we discuss when we have Zoom.
Okay.
Okay. So welcome. Next time, have a nice weekend.
You too.
Okay.
Bye.
See you.